Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the much easier and quicker routine that I've been doing with my curly hair recently. I just started this a couple of months ago and I know that there's room for improvement still, but it's working well for me, and so I wanted to share it with you guys if you want to do something that takes a lot less time than what I've shared previously. I'm going to use the Trader Joe's shampoo and conditioner today. These are very straightforward formulas, and I find that they work well with my hair. It's not what I use every single time I wash my hair. Sometimes I'll do a co-wash with the Trader Joe's conditioner first and then follow up with Young Living conditioner. But today in particular, I needed to shampoo my hair to get some buildup off my scalp. I'm also going to be using a really thick comb, a wide tooth comb, just to get out the knots that have formed in my hair. Pretty straightforward. I just wet my hair. I put a bunch of shampoo into it, or conditioner if you're co-washing your hair, and I make sure to really scrub my scalp really well with the pads of my fingertips. I do not use my nails when scrubbing my scalp, and I do this for about 2 minutes because today I am shampooing. I just want to make sure that my scalp is really, really clean by the time I'm done with it. Then I rinse that out, of course, and I use the conditioner in my hair. Some people only use this on the ends of their hair, but I find that I also need to use it on the top of my hair, just to get rid of some of that frizziness or help tame some of the frizziness. So I'll use that all over. And I like to let it sit in my hair for about 5 minutes while I'm doing everything else in the shower, washing my body, shaving, etc. And so I'll just let that sit. If I'm doing a co-wash, I'll do the Trader Joe's conditioner first and put that all over my hair and use it like I would a shampoo. And then I'll go in with the Young Living Vanilla Copaiba conditioner and do the same process with that conditioner as I'm doing with this one, and just keep it on my hair for about 5 minutes to let it really sink in. I only run my fingers through my hair if there is conditioner and if it is wet. Now I'm gonna start going through my hair and getting out some of the knots. And you'll see that throughout this I'm kind of squishing to condition my hair, which means that you're just scrunching up the hair to make sure that the conditioner is applied through the entire shaft of the hair. I lose a lot of hair in the shower, and that's because I don't brush my hair when I'm not showering, so I don't have that hair on my brush every day like a lot of people do when they brush their hair. Therefore, when I'm taking a shower, I lose a good bit of hair. Pregnant or not, it really doesn't matter. I lose a lot of hair in the shower. It's been about 5 minutes with the conditioner in my hair, so now I'm just rinsing it out. I like to put the ends of my hair into like a ball and basically scrunch out the conditioner just so that it's kind of creating that memory with the curls so that it's not just going straight down. Sometimes after I'm done rinsing out all the conditioner, I'll flip my head over and get it wet with my head flipped over. And then from there, I will put my hair in a t-shirt. You can use a microfiber cloth if you have one of those. They make towels specifically for this purpose. I would suggest using microfiber or 100% cotton. So I'm just using a long sleeve cotton t-shirt that I just wet plop, they call it, my hair into the t-shirt. I don't have like a specific method to do this. You can watch videos on how to do this. I've watched them. It's kind of what I do. I just don't really fuss around with it a ton. From there, I just go about getting dressed, putting on my makeup and everything. I let the t-shirt kind of absorb quite a bit of the moisture. I've learned that if I leave my hair soaking wet, my hair takes forever to dry. I mean, it can take upwards to 5 hours for my hair to dry without diffusing. And so I found that just for timing purposes and just for better curls, for me it works best if I wet plop my hair, if I put it in that cotton t-shirt and I just have as much of the moisture removed from it as I possibly can before adding product to it. Now I'm all dressed, and so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go in with the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie. And I just put a small amount on my fingertips and then I run that over my hair. You can already see some of the curl clumps forming in my hair. So I just like to gently run the curling smoothie over those curl clumps and scrunch it in. My hair is not super squishy. It's not really wet right now. Or it is wet, but it's not soaking wet like it was previously when I did my quote, quote, old method. I just have found that if there's less moisture in my hair, it actually bounces better and it just takes so much less time to dry, and I really like that. So I make sure to get the curling smoothie in there, and then next I'm going to go in with the Shea Moisture Curling Gel Souffle. And this formula might be a little too thick for some people. I have a lot of hair. So what I do though to make this work the best for my hair is I add a little bit to my hand and then I kind of make an emulsion by adding water and rubbing my hands together. This works best for me. I found that if I just use the gel on its own, it's a little too thick for my hair and it weighs it down. It doesn't curl as well and it just feels gross. All I do now is just scrunch it in all over my hair. I usually do my head flipped over the front and then once on each side and go back over it one more time with my head flipped over. I've tried this with another gel as well. It's actually the gel that I shared in my last post and it worked really, really well with that gel too. Again, this might not work for your hair. Your hair might be too fine for this formula, but I would just suggest testing out what's best for your hair. Really what's important that I'm sharing here is the method on how I am doing my hair recently and not necessarily the products. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Get it all scrunched in. And so now that all the gel's in, my biggest tip, I don't use clips anymore. I will use them from time to time if I really want to add a lot of volume, but all I do is just flip my hair over about every 10 minutes or so during the drying process, and it creates a lot of volume for me on the top. Also, it's just a lot more effective with my time because I don't have to worry about getting my clips in and diffusing it and everything. I'm not against diffusing or anything like that, but just for time purposes, it's been really great for my hair and for its health if I can just let it air dry, especially during the summer. So this is it wet and it's gonna dry and then we'll scrunch out the crunch. I ended up washing my hair later in the day, so it was not dry before I went to bed. So what I did was I just put it up in a pineapple on the top of my head using these scrunchies that I really, really like. They're satin and they don't cause breakage with my hair. I'm really fond of them. I'll make sure to tag them in the blog post. It's the next morning. This is what I look like when I roll out of bed with the scrunchie on the top of my head still in the pineapple. I sleep with it like that all night. And what I'll do is I'll get dressed and take my hair down, and as I'm putting on my makeup I just leave my hair down and let it rest and kind of let it work itself out before I start to mess with it. My hair looks pretty crazy right now because I didn't scrunch out the crunch, so that means that there's still a gel cast on it. But now that everything is ready except for my hair, we're going to start to do my hair, just get rid of that crunch that I have in it from the gel. There's a couple of ways that I can do this to refresh it. So I'll use these methods in the upcoming days. I'll either use the Shea Moisture Frizz-Free Curl Mousse and just put a little bit of that in my hands, prayer hands my hair, and then scrunch it up to give it a little bit of bounce. Or I will use this lavender water spray that I've made. I'll make sure to put together the recipe for you guys so I can include it in the post. And then all I'll do with that is just run it over my hair and again just kind of activate that gel and those curls and scrunch it up. Today, since it's I haven't scrunched out the crunch since my wash day, what I'm just gonna do is kind of break up the cast by running my fingers through my roots and then scrunch out the cast by just scrunching up my hair. That's gonna break up that cast and just give my hair a little bit more life. It also might give it more frizz, but I've learned through this whole journey that my hair is always gonna be a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna have these perfect curls like some people's hair texture allows them to have. it also, that's just me and my personal preference on that. I just don't feel like trying a billion products and messing with it a ton. I'm just happy with the way it is. So I kind of just let it be.